hickory-dickory-dock. Time to beat the clock. Time for fun has now begun. Let's all play Beat the Clock.
Beat the Clock is brought to you by Sylvania. For half a century, a quality name in incandescent bulbs, fluorescent tubes and fixtures, photo lamps, radio and television sets, radio and television tubes, and electronic devices. Yes, for homes, offices, schools, and factories, Sylvania.
Let's all play Beat the Clock.
Now here he is, America's #1 clock watcher, Bud Collyer.
Thank you, and welcome once again. Beat the Clock, the show where you can have the time of your life playing against time for big-time prizes. Now, if you'll come over here with me, we'll re-meet a very charming couple we met last week and sort of left them hanging in midair there, didn't we? Mr. and Mrs. Theodore Corey of Bloomfield, New Jersey. Welcome back again, Miss Corey. And Ted, I suppose they call you, don't they? Is that right?
That's right.
And you work for a glass fabrication company. What does that mean, sir?
Well, it's a new product that's on the market. They're prefabbing glass, making curtains, drapes,
Oh, yes, I read
material
about
like
that
that.
material, out of the glass material.
That's
Is it
right.
more durable, or just what's the...
A lot more durable. It don't absorb water or anything like that.
It's not as perishable, then, I
That's
suppose.
right.
Oh, wonderful. You have 2 children. How old are they?
17 and 4.
Where are they?
Looking in.
Oh, they're not here with you tonight, huh?
No.
I didn't come in from Bloomfield. Did you promise them you'd wave to them?
Sure
Because
did.
if you did, you wave right into that camera right there. So
Hiya, Pat.
you have a Pat, too.
Hiya,
so
Lynn.
And Lynn. Hiya, Pat. Hiya, Lynn. Now, you keep your fingers crossed for Mom and Pop here, because your problem was on the $200 clock when time ran out. And I guess, as you know, last week we started our new bonus stunt running along here. This can happen to you or to anybody whenever the bell rings during the show. Tonight it's worth $200. So we'll see just what happens and what's in store for somebody tonight. All right, now suppose we pick up where we left off. I don't know if you figured out anything you had to do with this. Did you figure out
No,
anything?
I don't think
Well,
so.
come on over. We'll show you just what it is then for the $200 clock. Now, Miss Cora, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Well, I'm going to ask you to stand on the other side of this table facing where Betty is right there. And here is a box full of these little badminton birds, you see? And badminton birds, if you toss them, will come down because of this little weighted end fairly straight like that. You see, you toss them up in the air, and they'll come down that part first. And that's what you have to do, is to toss these to your husband one at a time, and he is going to catch just one. Come over here, Ted, if you will, and stand behind the line. This is where you operate, behind this line on the stage there. You see it? And you must hold this tray in just one hand on the palm of your hand like that. On it is just an ordinary large-sized paper container. It's not fastened for a very definite reason. You have to catch just one of those badminton birds just using the one hand there in that cup, and the cup must remain upright. If the cup tips over, you have to dump the bird out, put it back up again, and catch another one. In other words, you must catch one in the cup, and the cup remain upright in order to beat the clock. You understand the problem? Okay, you keep tossing them at him one at a time. Take a look at the clock and see how many seconds you have. 45 seconds for the $200 clock. Are you ready? Go. Whoop. Time's running out. Don't waste any time. Toss them just a little higher if I were you. The higher they go, the straighter they land. There you are! That's it. Now, you see, that's what I try. If you throw them on a little angle, then, of course, they'd hit the side and knock it over. You throw them up, they come down straight, and a steady hand like that, my goodness, that's great. Were you shaking just a little bit, Ted?
Just a little.
All right, now let's move along, and comes now, of course, your try for the jackpot. All right, now, Mrs. Corey, comes your turn to try for our jackpot clock. And Ted, of course, as you know, the husband is no part of this. He has to just kind of stand by and chew his fingers. So if you'll step back over there, Ted, and Miss Corey, if you step up on this little platform at the far end of it there, turn around and face the audience. Don't turn around again. Step down that, just a little, that's it. Don't turn around again until I tell you to, if you will. In back of you now is our jackpot board with all of the words of a famous saying or quotation there. They're all mixed up, however. You have to unmix them, move them around on the board so that they spell out the sentence or saying that we are after. All this in 20 seconds from the time I say go. Now, don't look till I tell you to. Open the curtain. Turn around, take a look. Go. I get it. You're almost right. The sense, oh, golly. Here's the saying. This is what it is right here. If this be treason, make the most of it. You were sure working up on it there. If you had a few more seconds, you might have done it. But, Mr. and Mrs. Corey, come on back in here, Ted, because you've done very well tonight. You came back at least to beat the $200 clock. So let's see what you've won.
And here is your prize, the sensational Kenmore Infrared range, one of the most beautiful and modern ranges in America. With a Kenmore, sold exclusively by Sears Roebuck and Company, you will actually cook with infrared rays, harnessed by the amazing Sylvania Instant Heat Cooking Unit. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Corey. You have just won a Beat the Clock prize worth more than $200.
My congratulations to you, too. Roxanne, whom do we have now?
Well, we have Mr. and Mrs. Paul Bommersback from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much, Roxanne. Mr. and Mrs. Bommersback, Bomersbach, right? And you live in Scranton. Well, you get us over Binghamton Station, don't you? WNBF TV down there?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's wonderful. What are you doing, Paul? What do you do for a living?
I go to school.
What are you studying?
I'm studying for the ministry.
Oh, are you? Any particular denomination?
Baptist denomination.
Baptist denomination. Where do you hope to have a church, sir? Any, you don't care
I
particularly,
don't know.
suppose, huh? How did you happen to enter the ministry?
Oh, I felt that as a calling some time ago as a youngster.
Well, that's wonderful. And you've been married how long, Mrs. Bommersback?
1 year.
Just 1 year? I understand you have a little teeny-weeny son here, too?
He isn't teeny-weeny.
Oh, he isn't? Oh, this is the son of a...
He's 8 years old.
8 years old. From a prior marriage, is that it? I see. And is he here with you tonight?
No, he isn't.
What's his name?
Bob.
Well, let's not leave Bob out in the cold. You wave into that camera and tell Bob you're thinking about him right there.
Hi, Bob.
There you are. Bob, you keep your fingers crossed for Mom here, too. Well, now, Paul, how much longer do you have before you graduate?
I have a few years to go yet
It's
before
a
I
long
graduate.
pull, but boy,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
something you got to verse yourself for. And then it only starts then, because then you start dealing in the field of human relations, which is quite different than the books, isn't it?
That's right.
All right, sir. Well, the best of good luck to you, and have a very successful career as a minister, because the world needs you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, we have a problem for you. We have a little something that involves moving around a little bit. Now, would you like to take your coat off or not? It's up to you. Just thought you might be a little freer there, and if you got anything in your pockets that may fall out, why, give them to your pretty wife. And you can hang it right on the hook right there, Paul. We have provided for you. This is on the $100 clock. If you'll come over here with me, then I'll show you what it is. Thank you, Madeline. All right. Slide right along in front of me there. Now, here I have two implements, you see. This one here is just a stick that we've jammed a paper cup on the end of and fastened it on good and tight. Now, down here in a row, you'll notice there are 1, 2, 3, 4 paper cups. And if I put this paper cup in this one like this, I can pick it up, you see? And I can go on and pick the other 3 up exactly the same way. And that's what we want you to do. Now, what is the other stick for? Well, the other stick is for a very special reason. That's to manipulate this little pipe, this iron piece of pipe here on this wire. What you do is, you get this here, you slide it up, you pick up a cup, and you get back in time to stop this from hitting down below, you see? And, of course, each one is a little farther away. If you drop one, or if this thing goes back all the way and hits the bell like that, we have to stop, take the cups off, start the whole thing over again. So, I advise you to kind of measure yourself, because you can reach the first one right from here, you see? It's the next 3 that get kind of hard. And kind of pace that slide, see how long it takes for it to go up there and how long it takes to come back. There you are, Paul. Take a hold of this, if you will, in this hand.
Any time limit?
Beg pardon?
Any
Any time limit? Do we place time limits on these stunts? I think we do. Now, wait a minute. Let's take a look and see. Look at the clock and see. 50 seconds is what you got, Paul. Are you ready? Get it set there now. Ready? Whoop, 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 whoop. Now, don't be all thumbs here. Just get it underneath. That's the ready. Go. All right, there's one you got. That's it, boys. Take it easy. Let's set it up again. Wait, let's set up. Go ahead, go. Let's take one off here, boy. Got to take it off here. Sorry. That's it. Okay. Take it easy. Are you ready? Go. No, you can use the same one. You ready? Go. Now, Paul, I tried to show you before. You can pick this first one up without even letting this go. See? You can pick it up there. You ready? Go. Pick up the first one. That's it. Maybe you can even pick the second one. Now, get out there as close as you can to it before you push it. Golly, set him up there again. Come on, boy. We got to set him up all the way down the line. Okay, now, you ready? Go. All right. Anything to stop this. We'll set the other up for you. Ready? You can reach it. Look at that, boy. You can reach it. Go. There's two. Now be careful. Be careful. Get as close as you can. Come get it. Come get it. All right. Wonderful. Now gauge it just the same way. Gauge it just the same way. Ready? Go. Come back. Come back. Come back. Oh, golly, you didn't do it. It came back and hit the pipe. You've only got about 4 seconds to do it, and I'm afraid you can't do it in that time, Paul, but a good try it was, believe me. I'm sorry you didn't beat the clock. But we bring out one of these for you and your wife. Sylvania Radio, and our very best wishes to you. God bless you, Paul, and the work that you've chosen. Good night. Awfully nice to you back here. Well, Roxanne, whom do we have now?
Bud, this is Joy, and I'd like to meet her mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. Paul Sanborn from Red Bank, New Jersey.
Well, how do you do, Mr. and Mrs. Sanborn, with an E, S-A-N-B-O-R-N-E.
Right.
How are you?
Fine.
Awfully nice to have you here. And let's talk to you. You come over here so I can talk to you. I can't talk to you way back there. Come on over here.
Get a word out of her.
Oh, sure. What's your name? What's your name? Huh? You have a name?
Can you say hello, Peter?
Where's Peter? Is that her brother or something?
brother.
Oh, say hello, Peter. He's sick and he wants to... Peter, look, you look in that camera there, honey, right there, and say hello, Peter, and he'll see you at home. She's looking for Peter. Peter is not there, so she's not going to say hello, Peter, if she can't see Peter. Well, you going to tell me your name or not? Huh? That's an awfully pretty dress you have there. Do you like that dress? Do you like that dress? You do. All right. I got a nod out of her anyway. I think that's a success in its way. How would you like to have a Roxanne doll? Would you like that? Well, come out here again, then. We'll introduce you to a Roxanne doll. Roxanne, bring out one of those Roxanne dolls. There you are. Look there. And the little camera actually, look at it. See it flash like that? And she walks. Roxanne will show you how she walks. Look at that. See there? Now, you take her. Go ahead. How'd you like that? Is that all right? What do you say? What do you say, huh? What do you say? Oh! My goodness. You know, tonight, as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, Sylvania is very pleased and honored to salute the great state of Michigan and all the members of her electrical industry who are celebrating what they call an electrical week. And, of course, with all the improvement in services, the advance in electronics that have happened, and Sylvania has certainly been not only a pioneer but a leader in many of these advances and experimentation and improvement of services, we just want to let everybody know how we feel about it, too. So Sylvania is very happy to greet all of the electrical contractors out in Michigan and companies such as the Detroit Edison Company. Our congratulations to you, and we hope you're watching the show tonight, too. Have a wonderful week. Okay, now we go along. Oh, the bonus! You get 5 bonus! Come on, bring out that bonus down here. Step out here, if you will, please, Paul. Just Paul has to come over here now. Here we are. You step over here with me, Paul. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
You're right-handed. All right, girls, we set it up for the right-handed man. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't know if you saw this last week, did you?
My son did. I don't think...
Your son saw it? Did he give you any advice on it?
No.
Kids are awful good at giving advice on these things, you know. Let me show you. I have here on this little piece of stick, which is about 1 foot long, we have about 2.5 feet of string, and here is a regular paper cup that we have just poked the bottom out of, you see? That is so that this paper cup can fit over the leg of the chair, and it must fit over far enough so that a piece of the leg shows through the other side, and it must fit over that way, not bottom first, but top first. And you have to do it by standing behind this chair up here and holding only this little stick with a string. And just maneuver the thing until it gets over the end of the rung of the chair there and just slide it right up. Get the idea? Take a look over your shoulder and see how many seconds you have. 50 seconds, and it's worth tonight $200. Ready? Go. Still have 30 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't mean to knock on a good time there. You were on the way to it for a while. Thank you, girls. Well, now, you know, we call that a bonus because it's strictly a bonus. It doesn't injure your position with the rest of the stunts in any way. You still can go right on, try for the $100 clock, which you will, of course, do. And we'll move up to it right. Hey, she's having a lot of fun with that doll, isn't she, huh? Everything's hunky-dory now. She's happy as she can be. Well, all right. Now, Mr. and Miss Sanborn, got a little sort of a joint thing here for you tonight. Something to may show you a way, you know, some of the crockery you have at home, cups and saucers, you can't put them away in a top shelf. Come over. I'll show you a little invention of ours, if you will. This is on the $100 clock. Now, Miss Sanborn, if you'll slip by and Betty there and stand behind that table. This is what I mean by behind it, right in here. Paul, you stand right here. That's the idea. Thank you, Betty. Here is just an ordinary kind of a cardboard tube, you see, that we have here. And we've taped an area here, which is an area for you to hold it by. Now, you right-handed? Right here. You right-handed, too? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is this. When I say go, I'm going to ask you both to put your left hands behind your backs. Now, with only your right hand, when I say go, I'll give you that tube, and I suggest you hold it low so Mrs. Sanborn can grab it here. As soon as you take it, Mrs. Sanborn will pick up a saucer, put it on top of that tube. Then you will hand it to her. She'll take it. You will then pick up with your one hand a cup and put it on top of the saucer. And then you will take it back, you see? Then she will pick up another saucer and put it on top of the cup, and you'll continue this rat race until you have piled up 4 cups and 4 saucers. Got the idea? Yep. Take a look and see how many seconds you have. 55. All right. Are you ready? You ready with the saucer? Go. Hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a lot of fun next week. And all you folks watching, you might have a lot of fun, too. Occasionally, from time to time, you know, people are unable to accomplish a particular stunt in the time within which is allotted for it. So what we're going to do is have what we call next week a second chance show, in which we're going to do only stunts that were tried but missed. So it should be a lot of fun. And we're also going to be playing for the people who played the stunts originally, and there may be a little tie-in prize for them. So all you folks be watching next week, our second chance show. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Sanborn, let's move on to a little problem for you, Paul. And this will be something maybe you've criticized your wife for. Now, let's see what she says about you. Come on over here. Now, here we have a girdle made out of a balloon. See, Miss Sanborn? This is a girdle. You like that, do you? Huh? Isn't that pretty? Well, we'll get you one. Bring out another girdle for her, will you? That's the idea. All right. Now, I'm going to put this one. There's a girdle for you. See? There you are. Now, for you, Paul, I'm going to put this on the floor. When I say go, I want you to step into that, pull it up over your feet, pull it all the way up over your body and off over your head and arms without breaking the balloon. If you break it, we'll replace it. The clock will go on ticking, so don't waste any time. Take a look and see how many... No, leave your coat on, man. It makes it harder that way. 50 seconds. Are you ready? Go. 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 You didn't hear what he said to me. After the third one broke, he says, "You're behind me with a pin." All right. Now, Mrs. Sanborn, it's your turn, if you don't mind. If you can move little Princess there just enough so you can stand right there. And, of course, Paul, you can't help any on this. Turn around, face the audience, Miss Sanborn. Don't turn around again till I tell you to look. Behind you now is our jackpot board with all of the words of a famous saying or quotation, but they're all mixed up. Get them unmixed so they spell out the saying or quotation in 20 seconds, and you beat the clock, okay? All right, now don't look till I tell you to. Open the curtain. Turn around, take a look. Go. Stop the clock. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there goes her little balloon. We're going to get you another one now. Don't laugh at her. We're going to get her another one. And in the meantime, we get you another one, honey. In the meantime, I want you to see what you've won. Just take a look over here.
Your prize is the incomparable Kensington console. Finished in mahogany, the cabinet is charmingly fashioned in French provincial styling. Sylvania's exclusive halo lights surround the large 21-inch screen for the greatest viewing comfort in all television. The Kensington, available with built-in all-channel UHF, VHF reception, is a masterpiece in design and performance. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Sanborn. You have just won Sylvania's Jackpot Prize.
Why, congratulations to you, too.
But I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Alex Pinter from Baltimore, Maryland.
Well, how are you, Mr. and Miss Pinter? Welcome to our show from Baltimore. My mother was born and raised in Baltimore. Little street. What'd you say?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. I thought you said Baltimore. Baltimore,
live in
Maryland.
Brooklyn.
You live in Brooklyn now. Were you from Baltimore originally?
Yeah, we're from Baltimore, Maryland, but it's Brooklyn in Baltimore.
Oh, it's Brooklyn in Baltimore? Didn't know
that's
there was
right.
such a place.
That's right.
No, my mother came from 618 South Milton Avenue, a little tiny place, little white marble steps. You remember
Oh,
those?
Milton Avenue.
Milton
yeah.
Avenue, South Milton Avenue, yeah.
Yeah, Orleans Street.
That's right, that's
Yeah.
right. Well, now let's see. You've been married 5 years. You have 2 children, is that right? Well, we're going to find out what's awaiting you in just... All right, now, Mr. and Mrs. Alex Pinter, you get our show over WMAR TV down there, don't
That's
you?
right.
Well, now, suppose you come over here with me, Alex, and I'll show you what's in store for you on the $100 clock. Don't run, girls. It's all right. Don't run. Don't run. Don't run, girls. Don't run. It's all right. It's okay. There we are. Okay. Now, Alex, suppose you stand back at this table with me. Here are 4 tennis balls, and here are 3 tin cups that we've fastened on the card table. What I want you to do when I say go is to pick this table up, keep it off the floor, and by carefully rolling the balls around, get 1 cup in each of those tin cups and the other remaining on the table. You see? Now, if any fall off, we have to take even those you got in the cups already out, put them all back on the table. It must be done without any balls falling off the table. Understand? All right. Take a look back here and see how many seconds you have. 55 seconds. Are you ready? Ready. All right. Pick it up. Get ready. Go. One to go, boy. One to go. Now, don't lose it now. Oh, you're right. In the last second, we got to take them all out again and start over again. That's the trouble. Put it down, will you, Alex, so I can get this out of the cup. That's the idea. Okay, put the other one on there. There we go. You ready? Go. There's one. Whoop. Start again. Wait a minute. There we are. You ready? Go. Whoop. Again. All right. There we go. Ready? Go. Whoop. Here we go again. One more. Yeah. Ready? Go. Here we go. Go. Oh, golly, I'm sorry, fella. The time ran on you. You didn't beat the clock beat you. But here is something for you to take home to your wife at Sylvania Radio. Thanks very much for being a real good sport. It's been a grand pleasure to have you. having you both with us tonight. Good night, Miss Pinter. Nice to have met you and had you here with us. Well, it sounds like we've used up all our seconds and minutes for tonight, friends. I'm sorry we didn't even get a chance to meet any more contestants, but maybe no more next week, of course. We trust you'll be with us at that time, too. So until next time, of course, when we meet for Sylvania, this is Bud Collyer hoping that next time may be your time to beat the clock. Good night, everybody.
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Produced in association with the CBS Television Network. Roxanne Down, Larry Aldrich original. Beat the Clock is brought to you by Sylvania. And this is Vern Bennett reminding you to tune in every week at the same time for Beat the Clock.